we also walked on the pond, didn't we, dude?
Yep, we walked on the pond. I fell through.
It's going up. It's like an elevator, basically. You know what I mean?
It's better than an elevator, honestly.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the new Goonzquad headquarters. Today's video is actually going to be a little bit different. We're going to do some work here, and also we may do a few other random things here and there because it is right after the holiday season, right after Christmas. We do got a few more family get-togethers to get to, so we got to kind of finish this video off a little bit earlier. But you know what? We still got some super awesome things planned. And also, it is probably one of the coldest days of the winter so far. What is it, like 18 degrees, dude?
Dude, the coldest day up at the Goonzquad headquarters, and as you can tell, dude, this is our first icicles of the year, dude.
Look at that, man.
Dude, those things are crazy looking.
I'm about to break one, dude. Should I break one, or should I just save it up there
Dude,
for...
get like one of these ones.
Dude.
Dang, that's a big one. Oh, about slipped. Dude, that is crazy.
Dude,
Dang.
and dude, our pond. What about our pond,
dude? I think our pond may be frozen too. Just looking at this, hopefully it's frozen enough to walk on, man.
Dude, that'd be crazy. Did that video get 100,000 likes?
I don't know.
You gotta jump in it, dude.
Dude, I'll probably walk on top of it, and if I fall through, I'll fall through. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know. I actually haven't checked if that video got 100,000 likes or not, but I highly doubt it.
Dude, let's go check
You'll be
out
lucky if it didn't. But anyways, I guess we're gonna go ahead. We actually got to run back to the original Goonzquad garage. We got to get a few things together because what should we mention? What we're gonna work on?
Dude,
the spiral
staircase, dude. But look at that view right there. But yeah, we want to go ahead and install that spiral staircase. We've been meaning to do it, and today may be the perfect day, dude.
Yes, sir. And we're actually got to go to the original Goonzquad garage to grab a welder, and also we forgot like the base of it. I think it's at the house somewhere. We got to locate it. Hopefully we can find it, and then it will probably come back out here and try to walk on that pond. So I say we go ahead, hop into the truck, and head back to the original Goonzquad garage. Alrighty guys, so we made it here to the original Goonzquad garage, and we're actually gonna try to locate our plate for our actual staircase itself because we kind of lost it or misplaced it.
Exactly, yeah. I was cleaning the truck and I took everything out of it. That's where it was, and I think it's somewhere in the garage.
And we're gonna grab our welder and stuff like that. That way we can possibly even weld this sucker up like completely, which that would be awesome to do, honestly.
Dude, that spiral staircase, we talked about it so much, but now it is the time. Finally, the concrete is done.
Yeah, it's been over 2 weeks, so the concrete is nice and strong. We can go ahead and probably screw some concrete anchors in there and tighten that sucker up. We may have to shorten that staircase too because we mentioned before that it's too long. I think we're gonna have to take like one step off.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a couple, I think one step off of it. So we got to get a grinder as well, and a few other goodies here and there. Maybe grab some Christmas presents that we got. I hope that everybody got what they wanted this year,
man. Yeah, man. I don't know. I did get my pairs of socks I got this year. I mean, and I got some pretty cool things too that I brung actually for our house, dude.
Really?
So we're gonna be using it. I think I got like some kind of work things. I don't know what those little
sawhorses.
Sawhorses, just a nicer version. I know we had those little wooden ones, but these are supposedly like nice.
I got a portable milkshake machine.
Dude, that's legit. Go ahead and grab that with you.
I'm gonna grab it. We're gonna show you guys some of the stuff that we got, and we're wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, dude.
Merry Christmas. Hopefully y'all had like the best Christmas this year as possible. I know this year has been kind of crazy, but you know what? Everybody stop, settle down for a couple days, and just relax on Christmas Day, dude.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you just gotta have a good old time when the times aren't so good. You know what I mean? Got Thomas out here, and you got
all the animals, dude. Just
fur balls
over here. We got the feather balls over there running around, the ducks and the chickens and stuff like that.
I miss a good old rooster crow in the morning, dude.
Every morning. Maybe sometimes it happens a little too early.
That's right, man. But hey, roosters, ducks, they're swimming in the water. It's 18 degrees,
dude. They're jumping in the water right here, and it's like really cold. It's almost frozen, and they love it, man. Look at that, man. They're just over there just having the time of their lives right here. They're running towards it.
Heck yeah, they're having a good old time. But anyways, what are we gonna do right now?
We're gonna go ahead and load up everything that we need. Try to locate that little plate for the thing, and then we may even run to the Home Depot and grab some anchors, you know, some concrete anchors, something like that.
And then I think what we're gonna do is actually do a couple cold starts, dude.
The Lambo would be a good cold start, dude.
I think the Trackhawk is probably gonna be the best cold start, dude.
Definitely the best, dude. Those Hemi supercharged, man, they just scream, man, especially with that Corsa exhaust,
especially with the type of temperature right now, dude.
Oh yeah, super cold, and man, I say we go ahead and probably start a few of them up,
dude. They're just gonna absolutely just trumpet, pretty much.
I love a good old cold start, dude.
Let's go ahead and find what we need to do, load everything up, and head back.
Do a couple cold starts and then head back. This thing sounds so good, man.
Dude, this sounds amazing. A ZL1 with a 1LE front end. Let's go to that front end right quick, dude.
Man, this front end looks super good.
Man, this thing has just been chilling. We did a couple cold starts just now. Canard popped off, didn't it there?
Dude, that sucks.
I mean, that's what happens when a car just chills for such a long time. But the reason why this one has been chilling is because of what?
Dude, like that, remember that one time we recorded and said something that we wanted to sell this thing? Like the next day we were just cruising around on it, and the throwout bearing actually went out in the middle of the road. Well, not actually a throwout bearing, but the plastic line that runs to the throwout bearing actually vibrated and just busted.
Yeah,
dude.
It busted on the highway, and the clutch pedal just depressed all the way down to the bottom, and it was gone. And I think it just ruined the throwout bearing that way.
Yeah, I don't know if it ruined it or not, but whenever we installed the brand new line, we try to pump it through and stuff. It's like very difficult to pump these lines through for some reason because they have like a one-way valve or something like that.
Yeah, the way the system is set up on this thing, the clutch system is super weird, but I don't know what we're gonna do. Should we take it to a shop and get it fixed? I mean, we could fix it ourselves, but you gotta drop the whole entire engine, don't you, dude?
Yeah, engine or I don't think you can just take this transmission out. I think you gotta drop the engine with the transmission and just change it like that, I think.
Dude, I mean, I would love to do it. It's just like we really just don't have the time right now, you know what I mean?
End up dropping it off at some transmission shop or something like that and get this thing completely like fixed up or something like that.
We could sell it as is.
Or we can sell it as is. I mean, if you want to buy this thing as is, we'll give you a really good deal, dude.
An amazing deal. I mean, look at this car. It's such a beauty. This is such a beautiful car, man. The look of it. This is the last
color, dude.
The color. This is the last model that they made with this type of fascia, right?
Yeah, I don't think they make this. I don't know. Do they even make Camaros anymore or something like that?
I don't know.
I know the new Camaros are, I hate to say it, but they're kind of ugly.
Yeah, the front end of them, the headlights is just not the same. But yeah. I mean, this car only has like what, 1,500 miles. It's got the 1LE rear spoiler. The interior is flawless. That's the only problem is that throwout bearing.
Yeah, it sucks, man, because it was like a perfect car, and then that little plastic line kind of just rubbed through. I wonder why they're plastic. You know what I mean? That's what I was wondering.
I did some research on that, and that was a big issue with these Camaros on the manual transmission ones. But you know what? Heck, we may even end up fixing it.
I mean, it still drives right now. We still drive it back and forth. It just has a little chatter to it, which is not that big of a deal, right?
I don't think it's a big deal, but you know what? I'm the type of person that wants it
100%.
I want it 100% perfect, and I would never want to sell something to somebody without it being 100% perfect. But this case, I guess, is different. We'll give you a smoking deal.
Yeah,
how about
give
that?
you a smoking deal, and you just take it with you, dude.
Dude, this is a beast car. But anyways, we gave you guys a few cold starts. Let me just show you guys that interior right quick. 4GL LTE on demand. Look at that.
Flawless Recaro seats, man. This thing was this was one fun car to build right here,
Dude, it's almost a shame, dude, that we're talking about it
I
like
know,
this,
dude. That's a brand new paint job all the way around. Painted that roof. Dude, that spoiler just sets it off right. And the exhaust, that MBRP exhaust is just. And we got that RotoFab intake, which sounds super good as well, dude.
Dude, the rev match on this thing is unreal. On the Corvettes and the Z01s, dude, unreal rev match, dude.
Super good, dude.
But I think we're gonna cold start one more thing. Viper, probably not the Viper, probably the Cop.
Yeah, the Cop car. The Viper, I think the battery died because it's just so cold that we forgot our booster box up at the property. So I say we go ahead and cold start the Cop car, dude. Alrighty guys, so we are back up on the mountain here and we found our mountain plate right here. Man, it is a Christmas miracle, dude.
That's what I'm talking about. We found that sucker in the garage and I noticed something about that thing. It's actually like aluminum, man.
Yeah, it is aluminum. It's super light, which is a good thing because that actually makes sense so it doesn't rust out from the bottom, but the actual staircase itself is steel and it doesn't screw down to this plate. It just sits on top of it. This plate just screws down, so it just, I guess, it expands and contracts just like anything else in the winter and in the summer, dude.
Dude, that makes sense. The metal, wood, everything expands and contracts with heat or with temperatures.
Yeah,
dude.
with temperatures. And we went ahead and picked up some anchor screws right here at the Home Depot because it was just right next door. We got some short ones and some long ones, and we got some big old bolts. That way we can actually bolt the staircase to the wooden porch itself, dude.
Exactly. So we got everything. We got the welder. We got everything that we need to actually finish that whole entire staircase.
Dude, that's gonna look sick, dude.
Dude, I can't wait, man. It's been a minute since we actually talked about that. And on top of that right there,
Dude,
that's
you
what I'm
grabbed
talking
your
about.
little to-go mixer, dude.
Look at this sucker, dude.
Mix yourself some smoothies.
I had two things on my wish list and I got both of them. It was that and then another camera stand, dude.
Dude, little camera stand. This is legit right here, but dude, you can just throw anything in there, dude. On the property, just walk around, find some berries,
We got
some
any-
ice.
We got any, what are those called?
Blackberries?
Blackberries. Do we got any around here?
No, I don't know, man. We may have to plant some, dude.
We probably just got dingleberries. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't Bigfoot around here. But anyways, man, it is time, dude. It's already warming up, ain't it?
Dude,
right
it's
now?
already warming up. It's like almost 50 degrees. It's crazy. It was like below like 19 degrees. Now it's almost 50. And I say we go ahead and check out that pond before we start working on the
Hey,
stairs,
that
dude.
sounds like a plan because it will melt away before you know it. So, what do you say?
Dude, I say we go ahead and head down there and see if I can at least walk on it, dude.
All right, so check this out, guys. We went ahead and screwed the base to the concrete with those anchors, and I gotta say, this sucker is not going anywhere. And also, we test fitted the whole entire staircase right here, and we got it perfectly level, and we got it exactly where we want it with that wooden post right there, right?
Yeah, perfectly. That way, that metal rail can actually get screwed on to that wooden post itself.
Dude, and it's looking so good just with this, without the actual handrail. So I can't imagine once we weld the handrails onto there, it's just gonna absolutely pop. Give this whole entire side of the house like more character.
Dude, the whole backyard of the house,
Yeah,
dude.
yes, sir. The whole backyard. Dude, I can't wait to get these suckers installed. But before we actually throw them up there, we're gonna probably go ahead and check out your boots.
Dude, check out my boots. These are what I got for Christmas. Thanks to my father-in-law. But dude, they are already been put to work,
Let's
man.
keep moving, man. You got all the good presents, man.
I just got 2 things that I wanted on my wish list.
He got all the good presents, man.
I got these legit sawhorses right here. These are some heavy duty. They even put they like hook up to 2x4s, which prevents it from flexing and stuff like that.
Dude, this is the craziest sawhorses I've ever seen, man. Basically makes a whole diner table.
Dude, man, that's legit. You can stand on. It's perfect for our chop saw whenever we're going to be cutting trim and stuff like that.
Exactly, dude.
Another shout out to my mother-in-law for buying those as well.
Man, you got the hookup, dude.
I know, man.
That is solid.
I mean,
right there.
Santa. Thanks.
Santa Claus.
Thank you, Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. But anyways, dude, super happy to actually, super happy that you got this present that we can both use, or all three of us
You can have. You can even use my boots one day if you want to, dude. I don't care.
Man, I'll tell you what, I need me some good old boots. But anyways, we also walked on the pond, didn't we, dude?
Yep, we walked on the pond. I fell through, and it wasn't strong enough. It was almost, I think, it was an inch thick, wasn't it?
It was pretty thick. It was probably thicker this morning. We should have walked on it super early this morning, but
Maybe some of these guys will know how thick a pond has to be before you walk on it.
hey,
I
let
don't
us
know.
know. I've never, we don't like get super cold winters down here, so we really don't know. We've never been like pond walking or anything
Nope,
like that.
haven't, dude.
But anyways, we might need to get some ice skates or something.
Dude, ice skates on that thing will be sick, dude.
You know what else we were talking about over there? A firecracker in the water, dude.
Underneath the ice, dude. That would be crazy.
It looks so cool. But anyways, that's just a bunch of, here and there, having a little bit of fun in between. But I guess as of right now, what are we going to do? Go ahead, set that rail up against the porch and actually screw it into the deck, right?
Screw it in. Once we get those screws in, dude, that will be a permanent staircase without the rails. And I think we'll be able to test it out for the very first time,
I can't
dude.
wait.
Son.
Dude, we're walking, man.
Dude, 3 bolts into that top board right there. What is that, a 2x12? And we got some big old massive bolts there, and that thing ain't going nowhere, dude.
It's sturdy, man. It is just sturdy. We just threw up these rails just to see what it looks like. And man, I just can't wait to get these rails 100% welded in and everything. Even get this thing painted, dude.
Dude, that's gonna be a lot of welding, dude. Look at that, man.
But dude, this looks so awesome. It feels cool to walk up some spiral staircases. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. And we both walked up it, so that thing can at least hold 300 pounds, dude.
Dude, probably even more. I mean, this is solid steel right here.
Solid steel. I wonder if we're gonna pass codes and inspections because we still got a final. You got to keep that in mind,
Yeah,
right?
we got one final inspection, but I think we should be good, dude.
Dude, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, like, this last step is not too high. I mean, for personal preference, that's not too high for us. But maybe by codes or something, you're gonna try to walk down with them rails all loose like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, dude. We just got them standing up there, which that means they're standing up there good. That means they're nice and straight, man.
Yep. The other thing that we got to figure out that may be a little bit tricky is actually the rails all the way up there too, right?
Yeah, because that rail actually ends off, this actual spiral rail ends off right there, but we need to throw some actual rails there and on this side. So we're probably gonna end up like screwing them up to the wood right there. So we're gonna have to add a post on this side, just finish off with like 2x4s.
Definitely some customizing. nothing that we can't handle, you know what I mean? That's gonna be a breeze.
Hey man, we got this in, and this is just one big old, you know, like checklist marked off right now, dude.
Yeah, that was the hardest part right there, actually getting it like perfectly level and bolted up. The welding is just gonna be time consuming, but I need you to throw some dimes, bro.
Dude, we'll dime this up, minimal welding, minimal grinding, and then we'll probably just do like a nice little mist coat, sand this all down, just get it looking A1, dude.
Yes, sir, but that's probably gonna be in the next video. Kind of running out of time. It's already the afternoon, dude.
It's afternoon, man, but you know what? We try to get as much done as possible today for you guys. You know, we wanted to just at least put something out for you guys to enjoy, you know, because it is the holidays.
Exactly, yeah. So I hope you guys understand, you know, if we didn't get as much accomplished as we'd like to, but for us, this is major, dude.
Oh, big major progress.
And there's something else inside that we wanted to show them, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude, we kind of got an issue.
Yeah, I guess let's go ahead and jump inside and we'll probably wrap it up there.
Let's do it.
Dude, this feels so cool, man. Look at this. You're just going and you're just walking to the left and you're just going up. It's like an elevator, basically. You know what I mean?
It's better than an elevator, honestly, dude.
Dude, that is the coolest thing ever. But anyways, let's hop inside here. We got some bad news, man.
Some bad news, and I don't know how we're going to fix this, but come on over here.
I already debated in my head how we're going to fix it. We're going to have to redo it, basically. You know what I mean?
So we got some major water damage. There was a big old storm the other day, and it was just blowing very strong high winds. I don't know, they had probably like 60 mile an hour winds with rain mixed, and somehow somewhere around this window, I guess there's somewhere a slight hole, and it just poured a bunch of water on the floor. Pops actually came out here the day it happened. We were out here, he came out here to check it out, and dude, this floor buckled right here. It is just rough. There's water spots everywhere. This is not a big deal. You can sand this stuff out right here, but the major deal is finding that leak. We got sheetrock on the walls.
Yeah, exactly. So that rain created a big old waterfall basically on the stone. My guess is the window, we never threw silicone around the perimeter outside of the window. So there's a big old gap that we actually threw like mortar.
We threw first, we did the foam all the way around, you know, and we thought, I thought water would hold that, but I guess water still goes through that stuff. So we threw foam around, and then we threw, whenever we redid the stone, I threw a bead of mortar all the way around on the outside, thinking that it was gonna stop the rain, but I guess you actually have to have like some silicone product on it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's gonna be our go-to, is actually get some silicone and just basically seal the whole perimeter up and just basically check again, you know what I mean?
How would we check again? We'll probably have to just like risk it for the biscuit, dude.
Yeah, we definitely better fix this before we coat it or stain it, any of that, because then it's just going to be even more of a disaster.
Oh yeah, it'll ruin everything. It'll ruin the finish and all that stuff. So this kind of sucks right here, but you know what? We're just going to figure this thing out, re-sand it over here, and just get it looking flawless.
Yeah, definitely. All it's going to take is, oh shoot,
I know, it's really bad right there, dude.
Dude, we're probably going to have to rough it again, and then rough it, find it, buff it. But you know what? This is not the end of the world, man.
Yeah, this is not the end of the world. This is the type of stuff you run into in construction all the time, you know what I mean?
Yep, so you gotta just live with it and learn with it and grow with it.
Grow, live, learn, and grow, dude.
So that is pretty much gonna be a wrap for today's video. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. But make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And also, if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at Goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.